Hi you guys, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out my very first YouTube video. In this YouTube video, I will be talking about myself, how I started my journey and how I have been able to continue my journey. And then later on my YouTube channel, I will talk about what kept me motivated, how you can stay motivated, and all the little tips and tricks I have on nutrition and how you can achieve your own goals. The reason I started my own weight loss journey was because I hit a peak in which I was the most disappointed, upset, and fat I had ever been in my life. But let's backtrack a little bit. So when I was about 12 years old, I went to the doctor's office to get a physical exam, and I distinctly remember the doctor telling me that I was obese. He actually said that I was only gonna grow like this and not like this, which he was kind of wrong. Don't get me wrong, because I did grow like 2 inches after that. I was about 4'10" when I went, and now I'm 5 feet tall. But I also gained weight progressively too over the years. So when he told me I was obese, I was about 4'10" and weighing about 135 pounds. So I did not feel obese. My friends and I, we all looked pretty similar actually. We all had the flat stomach, we all had the, you know, same size pants, same size shirts. I wasn't wearing like a large or an extra large, so I was very confused, and I didn't think much of it or that I had to do much about it. However, as I got older and I joined band and I was in the drum line and stuff, I realized that my weight was really affecting my physical activity levels. I couldn't do a run through of a marching show without gasping for breath at the end. I couldn't run laps around the parking lot when we would work out without really feeling like I was going to pass out. And even then, I didn't think much about doing anything. I mean, I was still a kid. I was about 145 to 155 pounds in high school. I'm not really sure because I didn't really weigh myself that much. But then when I went to college, I was about 160 pounds, 155 still, just between those weights. I never really weighed myself because I was really busy, you know, the college life. But I did go to the University of Texas at Austin to work on my bachelor's degree. So that was my level of physical activity, which kept me from gaining a lot of weight. But as soon as I graduated and I got married, I moved to Hawaii with my lovely husband, who I love so much. He is honestly part of the reason that I am able to film this video right now, because he has inspired me and motivated me to do this. He's seen all the posts that I have and all the love and all the DMs that I get asking, how did you do that, Casey? How did you lose all that weight? And he is the one that pushed me into making this YouTube video. So thank you, Cody. I love you. Anyway, when I moved to Hawaii, I was very happy. I got a job maybe a month after graduating college, and I worked as a teacher's aide, and I would go to work, I would come home, I would cook dinner, you know, the good life, and I would sit on my couch and we would eat, and we would eat, and we would eat, and we would eat. And if I was feeling hungry and I wanted a snack and it was 8 p.m., I would drive to Walgreens or to Walmart or any nearest store and buy Takis or hot Cheetos or anything I was craving, because Cody wouldn't tell me no, and he would say, yeah babe, go ahead. And that is how I gained 15 pounds in the matter of 4 months. My weight shot up to 170 pounds and I didn't even realize it because I was so happy. I was living the real good life, you know? So that was probably the peak that made me want to lose all the weight. Come my birthday, my 23rd birthday, we were gonna celebrate it in Waikiki. We actually did, but I remember going shopping and trying on some clothes that would normally fit me. You know, a size medium, size large. And I was pushing large or extra large. But I was so in denial, I looked for a dress that was medium large and would stretch a lot. And I shoved myself into that dress and I bought it. And on the day of my birthday, I remember feeling really just grossed out by the way I was looking. You know, I did all my makeup and I tried to make myself feel beautiful, but I felt disgusting. My husband would always tell me like, oh no babe, you're beautiful, you look amazing, you know, you're the prettiest girl out there. But I felt disgusting. I couldn't shake the feeling that that wasn't who I wanted to be. I never knew how much time you needed to put into it and how much consistency it took in order to achieve those goals. I am extremely, extremely, extremely thankful to finally have such a good insurance, which I hadn't had for a lot of years while I was in college because it's very expensive. I was eating about 800 calories and I was absolutely miserable still. Keep in mind, I was 170 pounds and I was starting a new workout regimen and I was also cutting out food, so I was always exhausted. I needed more energy and I was not giving it to myself. I was doing the Insanity, and when I finally felt strong enough, I started to run a mile and do the Insanity 5 days a week, and then I would rest on Saturday and Sunday. But however, I would binge eat on Saturday and Sunday because I felt since I had done so good throughout the week, I could do bad on the weekends and get away with it. And don't get me wrong, at first I was still losing weight. I lost about 7 pounds in like 2 weeks. Of course it was water weight, but I dropped that like that. So I was like, hey, this is how my journey is gonna be. I'm gonna lose all this weight and it's gonna be perfectly fine and I'm gonna be thin by who knows when. My goal was 135 pounds at the time and I was 170, so. Anyway, yeah, that did not work out as planned. And eventually I stopped losing weight. I was still working out and I was not losing weight and I was cutting down. I was like, why am I not losing weight? Then I went to go see a nutritionist. Best decision I've ever made in my entire life. If you can afford it and if you can do it, I highly recommend you do it because everybody is different. But I'm going to give you the suggestions that she gave me that are pretty universal. For any girl or woman trying to lose weight, you should never consume less than 1,200 calories. Without this, your body will feel as though it is struggling to survive. And therefore, instead of burning fat, you will keep it. It will store it and you will not lose any of the fat. Your body needs the fuel to survive and you need to give it to it. 1,200 calories is not a lot. It is not. The biggest regret I have is that I didn't know that I was putting my body through starvation when I was. Yeah, when I learned about how to eat my foods and what to balance and how to properly diet, it was still really, really hard to do. But I was just glad that I had the energy to work out, that I had the energy to go to work, that I had the life in me that I had been sucking out of myself the whole time. I had been starving myself, technically starving myself, by eating less than 1,200 calories. You cannot beat yourself up about eating more, and if you really can't eat more and you eat a little bit less, you're not going to die. You're going to be completely fine. I think it's very important to share that there is no magic diet pill that's going to help you. I know that a lot of people try to sell these things and really market them really well, but they're not going to help you. Take it from me, I actually tried a thermogenic pill when I was really overweight at 170 pounds. And it was a caffeine pill, and I remember taking it in the morning and driving to work, and I was just completely caffeinated, and I was like shaking, and I called my husband crying, and I was like, what's happening? I don't know what's happening. He was like, well, the pills, you know, it's a caffeine pill, that's what it's gonna make you do. And for months, I took that pill thinking that it was gonna make me lose weight, because that's what they sold to me. You know, they were like, it's gonna make you lose weight and you don't even have to work out and you don't have to do anything. And I took that pill every day for about a month and a half, and I didn't lose a single pound. The only thing that happened to me is that I was extremely jittery. My stomach hurt so much if I didn't eat a certain amount of food, and that's it. I was constantly hot. Like, it felt like I was feverish hot. If you want to do something and you want your fitness to change and you want to be a better version of you, the only person that can do that is you. You have to be consistent, you have to be dedicated, and you have to find the motivation to do it. I can only say so much, you know. If I can talk about what I did and things that worked for me, but it's always going to be different for somebody else, and you need to find your own thing. You can do it. I never thought I'd be able to stick to a diet, but I'm doing it. There's a lot of ways to find healthier versions of the foods you're eating. There's a lot of ways to search for things. Google is my best friend when I'm trying to find different meals to eat that are still healthy and low calorie. There's a bunch of calorie trackers that you can download for free, like MyFitnessPal and Lose It, My Plate. Those are all really good calorie trackers, and you can do it. Lastly, I would really just like to say thank you to anybody who has ever commented on my pictures or liked my pictures or sent me a message and asked me what I was doing or just told me that I was doing a really good job. You have no idea how much that means to me, even if it's from a complete stranger, because it shows that I am doing something noticeable, and that whether I'm just inspiring you or I'm achieving my own goals, I am getting closer to where I want to be. So I really just want to thank you guys for that. It means more to me than I can ever put in words, knowing that I can be so vulnerable and also have people be so proud of me for showing the things that I never wanted to show, like how ugly I got and how ugly I was feeling, to how much better I feel now and how good of a headspace I'm in now. So thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for coming to check out my first YouTube video on my YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to DM me on Instagram or send me a message on Twitter or leave me a comment down below. Thank you.